Hi everyone, and welcome back to another FPL podcast with myself, Sainty, where we are going to discuss my gameweek 11 transfer plans and also share with you how my team should look after I make all my changes. There's a few problems in my team that I think need sorting out, but before we get into that, let's look at how I did in gameweek 10. For gameweek 10, I finished on 53 points. I had Raya in goal who returned 3 points after conceding a goal away against Newcastle. In defense, I had Guardiola who returned 7 points after scoring a goal against Bournemouth, Robinson who returned 6 points after getting an assist against Brentford, Ola Aina who returned 15 points after scoring a goal and keeping a clean sheet against West Ham United. In midfield, I had Madueke, Mitoma and Garnacho who returned 6 points between the three of them, Cole Palmer who is currently flagged who returned only 3 points, and up front I had Chris Wood who returned 7 points after scoring a goal, Ollie Watkins with 2 points after blanking against Tottenham Hotspurs, and Haaland who was my captain returning only 4 points. So an overall decent game week for me, considering that I did not make any changes heading into the game week. One interesting thing is that when I don't make changes for my team, I do get a positive result, but every time I make transfers, somehow I always get them wrong. So hopefully this game week when I make my changes, hopefully they can help me and I can end up on a very good green arrow. At the moment, I'm currently around the 700k mark, which I don't think I'm mad about. I think there's a lot of game weeks to go, and if we play the game right, we can get good results and then maybe try and finish in the top 100k. So this is how we did in game 10. Heading into game 11, I have 2 transfers to use, and chances are I may take a hit for the changes I'm looking to make heading into game 11. This is how my team currently looks without making any changes. I have Raya in goal who plays away against Chelsea, Guardiola who plays away against Brighton, Robinson away against Crystal Palace, and Ola Aina who plays at home against Newcastle. In midfield, I have Madueke who plays at home against Arsenal, Adama Traore away against Crystal Palace, Garnacho who plays at home against Leicester, Cole Palmer flagged at home against Arsenal. Up front, I have Chris Wood who plays at home against Newcastle, Ollie Watkins who plays away against Liverpool, and Haaland who plays away against Brighton. On my bench, Fabianski at home against Everton, Mitoma at home against Manchester City, and Van de Ven and Tuanzebe who are both red flagged. Chances are they will not get involved in game 11. Now at the moment, I'm happy with my backline. I think Raya has been disappointing in the last few game weeks, but I think that's not a position I'm looking to make any changes at the moment. In defense, I'm happy with my backline of Guardiola, Robinson and Ola Aina. It's been brilliant for me, even though maybe Man City haven't been the best. Guardiola has been managing to get me some returns. I'm happy with that. Robinson at only 4.7 million is someone that's been a bargain for my team. I'm happy to own him and I'll play him every week. If he gets me a return, I'll be happy. If he doesn't, I'll take it on the chin, because I think I don't want to invest so much money in defenders. But at the moment, I'm happy with Anthony Robinson, and Ola Aina is also been brilliant. I think Nottingham Forest have started very well this season, and also happy to have him in my team. Now I've got Madueke who's been disappointing in the last few game weeks, Cole Palmer who's currently flagged, Mitoma who's also been disappointing and he plays Manchester City in game 11, someone that I'm looking to consider as a transfer out option. And I have Ollie Watkins who's currently at 9 million, not really doing the best for my team, and he's also someone that I'm looking to transfer out heading into game 11. At the moment, there's a few players I'm looking at as my transfer targets. Top of the list is Salah at 12.8 million and only owned by 44.5% of managers. He plays Aston Villa in game 11. He then has Southampton. I think that's a fixture that most managers will target to maybe captain him. So I think I'm also looking at bringing him in this game week before that Southampton fixture. Even though the fixtures turns, he plays Manchester City and then Newcastle. He then has Everton and Fulham after those fixtures. So I think Liverpool do have a decent run of fixtures coming up in the next few games. So I think Salah is someone that I'm looking at as a transfer target. I'm also looking at a cheaper midfield option, and Anthony Semenyo is someone that I'm looking at only 5.6 million. He's owned by 8.6% of managers. He plays Brentford in game 11. He then has Brighton, Wolves, Spurs, Ipswich, and then West Ham in the next 4 game weeks. I think With the returns that he's had in the last few game weeks, I'm looking at him as a differential pick because I think being owned by 8.6% of managers makes him a differential still at this point in time. So he's also someone that I'm looking at as a transfer option heading into game week 11. Since I'm looking at transferring out all Watkins, if I'm going to bring Mo Salah in, then that will have to be a downgrade, and Yohan Wissa is also someone that I'm looking at only 6 million and only owned by 5.7% of managers. Now, Brentford play Bournemouth, Everton, and Leicester in the next 3 game weeks. I think those are fixtures that we can target some Brentford assets. Obviously, Mbemo is the one that most managers will likely have, but at the moment, because of the premiums that I have in my team, I cannot easily get to Mbemo, and I have space up front for me to squeeze Wissa in. So he is the one that I'm looking at as my transfer target heading into game week 11 because of the fixtures that Brentford have in the next 3 game weeks. The transfers I'm looking to make heading into game week 11, I'll transfer out Old Watkins, I'll downgrade him to Yohan Wissa, then I'll upgrade Cole Palmer to Mo Salah, then I'll take a -4 hit to transfer out Mitoma and bring in Anthony Semenyo. After I make those changes, this is how my team should look come the deadline for game week 11. I should have Raya in goal playing away against Chelsea. In defense, I should have Guardiola away against Brighton, Robinson away against Crystal Palace, and Ola Aina who plays at home against Newcastle. In midfield, I should have Madueke at home against Arsenal, Adama Traore away against Crystal Palace, Garnacho at home against Leicester, and Mo Salah, who I'm looking to bring in this game week playing at home against Aston Villa. And up front, I should have Chris Wood at home against Newcastle, Yohan Wissa who plays at home against Bournemouth, and Erling Haaland who plays away against Brighton. On my bench, Fabianski at home against Everton, Semenyo who plays away against Brentford, Van de Ven and Tuanzebe who are red flagged, with Spurs playing at home against Ipswich and Ipswich playing at home against Spurs. So this is how my team should look. I'm somehow 80-90%. These are the players I'll be bringing into my team. Transfer out all Watkins, Cole Palmer and Mitoma to bring in Mo Salah, Yohan Wissa and Anthony Semenyo. The captaincy, I'm going to put the captaincy on Erling Haaland, even though Man City have been very disappointing in the previous game weeks. I think De Bruyne should be back. He could be fit for that fixture, and maybe Man City could improve, and then maybe we can get some returns from Haaland. So he's the one that I'm going to go for my captaincy heading into game week 11. I think Chris Wood at home against Newcastle is a shout because I think, if I recall very well, he did have a very good fixture against them when they've just transferred him out from Newcastle going to Nottingham Forest. So with a home fixture and the form that Chris Wood has been in, I think he's someone that I could also look at as a pant for captaincy in game week 11. I think Mo Salah at home against Aston Villa, who have looked a bit tired in the last 3 game weeks, is also a shout. But unfortunately for me, every time I have Mo Salah in my team, he usually blanks. So I'm hoping that this time around, if I bring him in, he does get me some returns. This is how my team should look, and these are the transfers I should make. Let me know in the comments what you think about the changes I'll be making and what changes you're looking to make in your teams. Otherwise, if you made it this far, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.